Hey guys, this is Ben again. Been looking to do some new material, so I decided that I'm going to do some like classic album reviews and how I got into certain bands. So this video might be a two-parter, I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to talk to you today about Rush. This little band from Canada from started in 1974. They're still going today. If you haven't heard of them, definitely give them a shot. They're probably my favorite band right now. When I was younger, it was definitely The Clash, but now it's definitely Rush. I got into them through Stephanie, a friend of mine, when I worked at FYE, the CD store, a record chain, when I was younger and I was a senior in high school. Got into them. She played them all the time at work, and back then, I only listened to punk rock, minimalistic, three chords, nothing special. The Clash, Sex Pistols, Ramones, just the Cramps, bands like that. But Stephanie always played Rush and always played Dream Theater and always played like power metal and all this cool stuff. And it just kind of got me turned on to it. And then I started becoming a huge Rush fan. Huge. And that's where I kind of evolved into, because I've seen them twice now. I saw them in Cleveland when they filmed the Time Machine 2011 DVD, which is astounding, and I love that I was there for it. It was great. And I saw them October 2012 in Columbus at the Nationwide Arena, which they did their Clockwork Angels album all the way through. Well, most of the way through. They only skipped like two songs, which was great. I got to go with some good friends of mine. Got to go with my dad and Stephanie and Colby the first time to Cleveland, and it was great. It was a great time. So that's kind of how I got into Rush. If they're just give them a shot. They're more or less they're a hard rock, kind of heavy metal-esque band with some new wave elements when they get into the 80s especially. But today I'm going to review their like magnum opus album. This is Rush, Moving Pictures. Sorry if there's a glare, but you can definitely see it there. You can go to most CD stores and get this for like $4, $5. It's a gem. Every song is good. There's the back cover. Just shows you how they set up for the photograph on the front. Every single song is a gem. Side one, the A side, Tom Sawyer, which you can still hear on the radio all the time. Red Barchetta, YYZ, Limelight, also here on the radio all the time. Side two, The Camera Eye, my favorite song in the album, most definitely. Witch Hunt, and Vital Signs. This album came out in 1980, 1981. I want to check copyright date real quick. And it doesn't say. It's 80 or 81 if memory serves me well. But this is the just keystone album that will get you into Rush and everything that they've done previously, because again, they started in 74, so there's a lot of albums before this too. A lot of concept albums like 2112. And then later on you have Grace Under Pressure, another great album. You have all kinds of stuff coming out from them. Signals, very awesome album. Definitely my second favorite Rush album to this. So yeah, this album is just, it starts out great. It starts out with Tom Sawyer, which is their big single. And when this album came out, there wasn't really a lot of bands doing this kind of music or this kind of sound. Rush is Rush. They definitely have their own distinct ability, and the members of the band Neil Peart, probably one of the greatest drummers to ever live or ever will live. Alex Lifeson, he's got to be one of my top 3 favorite guitar players of all time. And Geddy Lee, the vocalist and bassist, very talented bassist, very talented vocalist. A lot of people won't, excuse me, a lot of people won't get into his vocals because he does sound kind of nasally at times. He does sound kind of whiny at times. But just, yeah, if you hear your Tom Sawyer on the radio, you'll know their sound is just like, oh, very, very, very dynamic, very ahead of their time. Even when this came out, no one was doing the kind of progressive rock, heavy metal sound, even new wave sound like they were doing, all in this encompassing disc. This is probably their most successful album out of every album they've done. I'm not sure about rankings on this. This might have gone platinum. This might have gone... I'm pretty sure it's a platinum album now, but I'd have to double check it. Because Rush just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this past year, in 2013. Which I think they deserved to be in there a long time ago, with some other great legends that aren't in there, like King Crimson and Yes, and progressive rock bands like that kind of came before these guys. But nevertheless, very, very good band. I highly, highly suggest picking this album up if you're into even like modern day heavy metal and you're looking for some roots and influences on like maybe how Dream Theater got started, or how any power metal band got started. Every single power metal band got started listening to Rush. I guarantee you, no doubt. And listen to their other albums too. Like I said, Signals is great. Grace Under Pressure is really, really good. The new Clockwork Angels album, which I'll also be doing a review of pretty soon, that came out last year, is phenomenal. The book about it is not that good, but I'll get into that when I do the album review. At least that's my opinion. So, when I do classic album reviews, I'm kind of just doing this now, kind of getting out of the way. Anytime I do a classic album review, the album already has a 5 out of 5 stars on my ranking system. So you don't have to worry about being like a 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. It's always going to be the 5 out of 5 when I'm doing a classic album review such as this. Unless I otherwise say so. Something might get a 4 out of 5 and be on here. But, yeah. Like I said, listen to Rush. Listen to them often. Listen to them as much as you can every single day. They're a great band.